Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome back to another video. Today's video is what I wish I had known before becoming a mom. There are a couple things that I wish I had known medically about the baby. One being that I wish I had known that baby boys can get swollen glands like in their breasts, the mammary glands, or whatever boys have. And they actually can produce a milk-like substance, and the area can get red and puffy and sometimes even infected. Luckily for us, it did not get infected, but it got really hard and red, so we went to urgent care for him, and it turned out that everything was okay as long as there was no veiny like things around his nipple. And she advised that with the milk that you should not squeeze it or anything, you should just leave it completely alone. Try not to touch the area, try not to touch the lump or mess with it too much, and it goes away. And so far it has gone away. There's been a couple times where it's been a little bit hard, but not as bad as that first time. And then another thing is circumcision. I wish I would have known how extensive the care would have been afterwards, or even how extensive the surgery was. All they do is numb the area, and then I won't go into details, but once they do the circumcision, it is pretty brutal. I would not recommend that you watch. I only went to console the baby and give him sugar water. I really didn't want to watch, but I looked over a couple times and saw that. So that was fun. Another thing is the umbilical cord. I thought that the umbilical cord usually fell off within the first week, if not the first 2 weeks, but it stayed on Carter for a month and an extra week after. So it stayed on him for 5 weeks before it fell off, and then half of it fell off one day. 2 days later, the rest of it fell off, and then he just had this little pea-sized thing still on it that actually just came off the other day, and he is now 2 months old. So I wish I would have known how long it can actually take. We took really good care of it, keeping it dry, washing it, not it, but like around the area. When we went to urgent care, the doctor actually let us know that the area can ooze green slimy stuff, which if I had not known that, I probably would have been back in the urgent care paying more money because of something that is normal. Another thing is baby rashes. I got prepared. I have like 3 different kind of butt creams and a spatula and everything, and he was really good with not getting rashes. But the other morning I went to go clean his butt, and he had pooped and peed while he was sleeping, so I was cleaning it up and there was blood. And this was really scary. I was like, oh my god, there's blood, Casey, there's blood. So we looked, and it looked like on his parts that there was like a shaving rash, or like someone had shaved and like the whole area just kind of like started bleeding. And apparently it's normal for rashes to bleed. So we cleaned up the area really good. I got him an extra size diaper so that everything wasn't squished together, and every time I saw that line turn a little bit blue, we changed the diaper. Every time he pooped, we changed the diaper, and we put some rash cream. It pretty much was gone by the end of the day, and it stopped bleeding probably maybe 5 minutes after we found it, but it was still a really scary thing to go through not knowing that. Another thing I wish I had known is actually something that Casey's mom Googled and found, is that they have pressure points on the bottom of your feet. So if you just rub your fingers up and down, starting from the middle of their foot, it actually is very calming and relaxing, especially if they have a lot of gas. It can help them calm down a little bit, enough for the gas to pass easier. I also thought that a lot of gas was usually more for colicky babies, but it turns out that gas is just really normal, especially when you start from breastfeeding to formula feeding. It can be harder for them because the poop gets thicker. So you want to do a lot of leg movements and rubbing your hand up and down their back, patting them. Make sure that you are definitely burping them after every single feed. I forgot to talk about this one in the beginning when it was more relevant, but also clogged eye ducts. He actually still has a clogged duct on his left eye. It is getting much better, but he constantly has like green boogers just all over his eyes. We have to clean it off once or twice a day. Especially if the room gets a little bit colder at night, then he'll have more boogers in the morning, but it is slowly fixing itself, so that's a good sign. Otherwise, if it wasn't, we would have to have surgery for him to get it fixed, and I don't want to do that. Another thing is, I knew about this beforehand, is that babies grow really fast. However, I had a big baby to begin with, and I feel like his growth is faster than any other baby, and I just really want him to slow down on growing because he is getting way too big already. He is 2 months old and already on his 3 months milestone, so that is really it for everything that I wish I had known beforehand, so I didn't freak out. But we got through all of those things just fine, and we are happy, healthy, and alive. So I think that it's really not that big of an issue. But I hope to see you guys in another video, and I hope you all have a great day.
Oh, my sweet baby.